15 years away from the neighborhood, and the old barber shop still stood at the corner, light pooling onto the cracked pavement. Itsuki pushed open the glass door. A small bell rang, and the scent of talc and pomade hit him at once.
Good evening. Take a seat. I'll be with you in just a moment. No need to tell me what you want. I have a feeling I know the kind of cut that suits you.
She didn't even ask, just gestured at the chair like she'd been expecting me.
He sat. Sumire draped the cape over him and began, her scissors moving with the precision of someone who had rehearsed this exact cut 100 times. She trimmed along the sides without hesitation, setting the part on the left like it was the most natural thing in the world.
You've been away a long time. The old owner mentioned a customer who used to come with his father. Every month, same chair.
My father. That was me. She's describing the two of us like she's reading from a script. The old owner? You're talking about Takagi-san. He remembered me that well?
He told me stories about all his regulars. Yours were particularly detailed. He wanted me to carry on his style exactly.
She finished the cut and dusted stray hairs from his collar. Nothing felt like a coincidence anymore. Itsuki raised his eyes to the mirror. His breath caught. Staring back was the 10-year-old boy who sat in this same chair, his father's hand on his shoulder.
This isn't possible. The part, the length on the nape, it's exactly the cut my dad picked for me every time. You? How did you get it so accurate? I didn't even know I still looked like that anymore.
Your father had good taste. It suits you. I just followed the old owner's notes. He was very precise about your family.
My father's been dead for 6 years. How could there be notes about this? She's lying, or she knows something she shouldn't.
He paid quickly, avoiding her eyes. The cape came off, and he felt the weight of the mirror's image on his back as he stood. He stepped out into the dusk. The bells ring loud in the silence. The street was the same, but he felt like a stranger in his own memory.
She didn't ask for a preference. She gave me my childhood back, and I don't know if that should terrify me or break my heart.
Inside, Sumire watched him through the window, her fingers still holding the comb. She didn't move until his figure disappeared around the corner.
He'll be back. They always come back to the chair that remembers them.
A week passed. Itsuki couldn't shake the image from the mirror. His feet carried him back to the shop before he'd made a conscious choice.
Welcome back.
She was expecting me. That makes this more unsettling, not less.
He sat in the chair without being asked. The cape settled over him like a familiar weight.
The same as last week?
She already knows the answer. Why bother asking?
He gave a small nod, and the scissors began their familiar rhythm along his scalp.
Your father used a pomade like this, didn't he? Solid hold in the green tin.
She knows the brand. That's not public knowledge. That's our private history. That pomade hasn't been sold in years. How do you still have it, and how do you know he used it?
The old owner kept a stock. He said it was the only thing that worked for a certain young man's hair.
The old owner again. But Takagi-san never kept pomade for individual clients. He bought it by the case.
She worked a dab of the pomade between her palms and smoothed it through his hair, the scent unlocking a room in his memory.
The shop has a long memory. You're part of its history. Itsuki.
She said my name like she's known it for 20 years, like she's been waiting to say it. Why do you know so much about my family's preferences? This isn't normal.
Isn't it? A good barber remembers. That's what this shop is for.
The cut finished. He paid in silence, the questions stacking up like the hair on the floor. Outside, the evening air did nothing to cool the heat of his confusion. He looked back at the lighted window.
I'll be back. I don't know why I need to, but that chair is pulling me into something I can't name.
He felt it. The pull of the chair. Soon, he'll stop fighting it.
Itsuki returned after 4 days. The pull was undeniable.
You're early. I thought I'd have to wait a full week.
She's counting days. This feels more personal every time.
He sat without being asked, the cape settling like a second skin.
The same cut. It's becoming your signature.
Not my choice. It was his. Now it's becoming mine.
The scissors whispered the old rhythm, a song he'd almost forgotten. The cut finished. He reached for his wallet.
How much?
Nothing today. A loyalty discount for my best regular.
I can't accept that. You have a business to run.
I insist. Your money is no good here.
She slipped the wallet back into his jacket, her fingers brushing his.
She's not just being kind. This is something else.
The walk-in sign read closed, though the shop should still be open.
Why is the sign turned? You're still open for hours.
Wednesdays are appointment only now. You're my only slot.
She cleared her day for me. This isn't normal. Not a single walk-in. The shop was waiting only for him.
See you next week. The chair will be waiting.
Outside, the sign still read closed. The light inside was warm.
I never asked for this, but I can't stop coming back.
Over the next few weeks, Itsuki's visits became a fixed point. Every Wednesday, the chair was his.
Make sure to part it on the left. Your father always insisted on that.
Left part. She knows that, too. Only my father ever cared about that.
Her fingers brushed the small scar behind his ear. He flinched.
The scar from your bicycle accident. That's why he parted it left, to keep it out of sight.
How do you know about the scar? That accident was when I was 9.
The old owner told me. A loyal customer with a small scar. Always left part.
Takagi-san didn't know about the accident. I never told him. Only my family knew. That's very specific knowledge for a new barber to have.
I listen well. The old owner was very thorough.
The cut ended. While Sumire tidied the station, Itsuki stood and wandered toward the photo wall. Dozens of old frames lined the wood paneling, memories of decades.
She kept all these? The shop hasn't changed since I was a kid.
Your father used to tell you stories while you waited, holding your hand.
How could you possibly know that?
The shop remembers. I just listen to what it tells me.
That's not an answer. She's hiding. Behind poetry.
He swallowed 100 questions and left. The doorbell felt like a warning.
Her story is falling apart. There's something in that shop. She doesn't want me to see. Next time, I'll look at every photo, every frame. There's a story here, and it's more than an old barber's. Notes.
He's starting to see. I can't keep the secrets much longer.
On the next Wednesday, Itsuki entered and walked straight to the photo wall.
Every photo, every frame. Somewhere in here is a clue.
He scanned faces and dates, pushing past newer frames until a faded black and white caught his eye. It was a photo from almost 20 years ago, a boy in the chair, a small girl with a broom in the background.
That's me. Age 9, same haircut. And that girl, I never noticed her.
You found that one. The old owner took it decades ago.
Who is the girl sweeping? I don't remember her at all.
She was the apprentice's daughter. She used to sweep the floor while her father worked.
Apprentice's daughter? I never heard about an apprentice having a child. What was her name? Did she ever come back here?
Her name? I'm not sure. The old owner never told me. She moved away long ago.
They stood in the silence, the photograph hanging between them like a locked door.
She's lying. Her voice cracked. She knows exactly who that girl was.
Your chair is ready. If you'd like the cut now.
He sat, but the session was different. He watched her every move in the mirror with new eyes. The cut was flawless as always, but the air was thick with unspoken truths. When it ended, he stood quickly. The cape came off before she could help.
I'll find out who she is, even if I have to dig through city records.
He left without a backward glance. The bell's ring was sharp and final.
He saw the photo. It's only a matter of time now.
That girl was connected to this shop. And maybe, to me. I need to know why.
A few days later, Itsuki returned, the photograph burned into his mind. He walked straight to the photo wall and picked out the faded frame once more. The girl's eyes. He saw them now, Sumire's eyes.
It's her. She was the girl.
He turned from the wall. Sumire stood quietly by the chair, waiting.
It was you. The girl in the photo. It was you all along.
Sumire's hand stilled. She met his eyes in the mirror. The pretense shattered.
Yes. It was me.
Why? Why hide it?
Because I didn't think you'd remember. You never looked my way back then.
She took a shaky breath and continued.
I was the apprentice's daughter. Every month, I swept the hair from your chair.
She swept my hair. That's how she knows everything.
My father died when I was 13. I promised to take over the shop one day.
Itsuki felt the floor drop. The weight of years settled between them.
All this time she was right there, and I never saw her.
I trained for years to become a barber. I wanted to keep this place alive.
They stood, the mirror reflecting two children now grown, bound by a chair and decades of silence.
She's been here all along, and I didn't know.
I'm not just the barber. I'm the girl who never forgot you.
The scissors lay still on the tray. The shop held its breath.
What do you say to someone you've known for 20 years without realizing?
Will you still come back? Now that you know?
He did come back the next week, and every week after.
The same worn spot on the armrest. The same creak when I lean back. The shop looks exactly like it did when I was a child. Nothing's changed.
I wanted it this way, as a tribute to my father.
A tribute? Or a time capsule? She's frozen this place in amber.
After my father died, the old owner trained me. I apprenticed for years.
You could have walked away. Why stay in this small shop?
This place holds memories. Not just mine.
Memories of what? Or who? She's still hiding something.
His eyes drifted to the photo wall. Among the frames, a portrait of a young man with Sumire's eyes.
That's my father. The best barber I ever knew. I promised him I'd carry on.
And the shop itself? Did you ever think of renovating? Modernizing?
No. Everything is as it should be.
As it should be. As if it's waiting for something. She's been waiting for something. Or someone.
Week after week, the evidence compounded.
That pomade tin, it's the exact same one from 20 years ago. Not just the brand, but the same scratches.
The chair groaned at the same familiar pitch when he leaned back. The mirror's edge was still cracked in the same corner, dulled by time.
She's preserved everything. Every scratch, every dent, like a museum waiting for its owner. You've kept the shop exactly as it was for years. Why go to all that effort?
Some places shouldn't change. They hold too many promises.
Promises? Made to whom?
One afternoon, as Sumire reached for a fresh towel, Itsuki's gaze caught a small wooden box on a high shelf. It was old, dusty on top, but worn smooth on the sides, as if handled 1,000 times.
What's in that box? You've reached for it like it might bite.
It's nothing. Just old supplies I never threw away.
But she moved immediately, taking the box down and holding it against her chest.
If it's nothing, show me.
Please, Itsuki. Some things are meant to stay in the past.
You've been holding on to secrets for decades. Today, no more. Open it.
Her hands trembled as she placed the box on the counter. She lifted the lid with the care of a ritual. Inside, nestled in tissue, lay dozens of tiny bundles, dark strands of hair tied with string. Each bundle bore a small paper tag, neat handwriting, a single date, the earliest, March 1995.
That's the year I turned 7. You kept my hair from when I was a child.
Every month, after you left, I swept the clippings into a separate bin. I saved them all. I told myself I would give them back to you one day, when you remembered who you were.
Why? Why would you do this? It's been over 15 years.
Because this was all I had of you. Proof that you were real, that you were here.
She's been holding on to a ghost, and I walked back in like one.
The shop fell silent except for Sumire's uneven breathing. The scissors glinted, motionless.
You were just a child. How could you bear this alone?
I wasn't alone. I had the shop. I had your chair. I had the hope you'd come back.
Itsuki stared at the box, the decades of waiting reduced to strands and dates. The truth was heavier than he'd imagined.
I knew you'd be back. This chair never stopped being yours.
Itsuki stared at her, the words lodging in his throat.
You waited. All these years. For me?
When my father died, and the old owner retired, this shop almost closed. But I couldn't let that happen. I remembered you coming here with your father. Every month, same chair. Your eyes would light up when you saw yourself in the mirror. I wanted to see that again.
She was a child, and she was watching me. I never even knew.
Sumire's voice trembled, but she continued, as if the dam had broken.
I trained for 10 years. After school every day, I practiced on anyone who would let me. When I finally got my license, I took over the shop and kept it exactly as it was. I thought, if he ever comes back, he won't feel lost. He'll know someone remembered.
She built her entire life around a hope that I'd walk through that door.
I never wanted money or recognition. I just wanted to give you that haircut one more time.
But what if I never came back? What were you going to do?
I'd keep waiting. The chair isn't just a chair. It's a promise.
A promise I didn't know existed, and she's been keeping it alone.
Itsuki felt the walls closing in, the shop, the photos, the box of hair, all a shrine to his absence.
I can't breathe. She gave me a life I didn't ask for, and I don't know how to repay it.
He turned and walked toward the door, his legs unsteady.
Itsuki? Will you come back?
Will I? Do I have a choice? She's been holding on to a ghost, and that ghost is me.
He stepped out into the twilight, the bells ring heavier than ever.
I shouldn't have told him. Now he'll run, and I'll lose him forever.
For days, Itsuki didn't go back. He walked the long way home to avoid the corner where the shop stood.
Every time I think about that box, my chest tightens. She gave up her entire life for a stranger.
He wandered past the park, the school, the places his father had taken him decades ago. The memories were in the pavement, in the rusted mailbox, in the echo of his father's voice.
Dad brought me here every month. He'd hold my hand and say, "A man takes care of his appearance."
Itsuki found himself at his father's grave. The stone was cold under his palm.
I buried more than him that day. I buried the boy who used to sit in that chair.
He remembered the warmth of the chair, the scent of talc, the sound of his father's laugh.
After the funeral, I ran overseas. I never looked back at that shop, or at myself.
The confession replayed in his mind, a quiet girl sweeping, keeping every strand of his hair.
She didn't give up. She held on to hope while I ran from grief.
He realized he'd been punishing himself ever since his father died, living like a rootless man.
That chair isn't just hers. It's mine. The only place I ever felt my father was proud of me.
The decision rose quietly. He would go back, not out of guilt, but because she'd guarded something precious.
I owe her an apology, and maybe something more.
He left the grave and walked straight toward the barber shop, the dusk settling around him.
She's been waiting for the boy I was, but I'm not that boy anymore. I have to show her who I've become.
A light was on inside. He paused at the window, his heart pounding. Through the glass, Sumire sat by the empty chair, her hand resting on the armrest, waiting.
She's been waiting. I can't let her wait any longer.
He pushed the door open. The bell rang, and Sumire's eyes met his.
Sumaire.
You came back. I thought I'd never see you again.
Itsuki stepped inside and closed the door quietly behind him. The bell barely made a sound.
I'm sorry. I didn't know anyone was waiting for me. I ran so far from this place that I forgot what it meant. I forgot him.
You didn't forget. You just couldn't face it yet.
He walked to the vintage chair and sat without being asked, the cape settling over him like an old habit.
After my father died, I couldn't stay. Every street corner felt like a memory I wasn't ready to have.
And now?
Now I think I've been running from the only place that could ever hold me still.
He's really here. He understands now.
The man who brought me here every month, he was my anchor. When he died, I untethered. This shop was his gift to me, and I left it to gather dust. I'm sorry, to him and to you.
He would be proud of you. You're here now.
Silence settled, but it was different this time. Lighter, as if a cord had finally unknotted.
I don't know what I deserve, but I know I'd like to stay, if you'll still have me as a customer.
This chair has been empty for 15 years. I think it's waited long enough.
She waited. All those years, she kept this chair for me. I won't waste another day.
Sumaire reached for the scissors, her hands steady now. The familiar weight settled in her palm.
Would you like the same cut?
Yes, but this time, I want to see it happen. Every snip.
They regarded each other in the mirror, two people who had been waiting without knowing it. Sumaire lifted the scissors and the first snip echoed in the silent shop.
This time, it's not a memory. It's a gift.
Every cut feels different now. Lighter.
She worked methodically, just as his father had watched her do, without a single misstep.
You've done this so many times that your hands know exactly where to go.
Your hair is a map I've traced for years.
A map. And I'm finally learning to read it.
The comb parted his hair on the left, tracing the same line his father had insisted on.
Left part. The scar. He was always right about that.
In the mirror, Sumaire's expression was serene, her movements a quiet dance.
Almost done. The same cut. But a different man.
A man who finally knows where home is.
She trimmed the last few strands behind his ear, the scar covered perfectly.
She's erasing nothing, just honoring it.
As the scissors stilled, Itsuki reached up and gently touched her hand, still wrapped around the cool metal.
Thank you. For everything you've held on to.
His fingers are warm. I never imagined this.
Sumaire's breath caught. The scissors glinted, motionless between them.
We're not strangers anymore. We're something else.
She let out a soft exhale and finished, brushing stray hairs from his shoulders.
There. The hair is done. But this isn't the end.
Not the end, the beginning.
They stood in the mirror, the chair between them, waiting for the words that would seal everything. Sumaire lifted the soft brush and dusted the last stray hairs from his shoulders, her touch lingering. She set the brush aside and met his eyes in the mirror. The silence was no longer heavy, it was full.
Welcome home, Itsuki. I kept your chair.
15 years. She's been holding those words inside for 15 years.
I waited because this was the only promise that ever mattered.
And I almost never came back. I almost left her waiting forever.
Itsuki stood, the cape slipping from his shoulders, and pulled her into an embrace. In the mirror, their reflection was whole, two people finally holding the same moment.
He came back. He's real. This isn't a dream.
My father would have loved this. He'd have said, "That's a good chair."
I'll never let it go. The chair is yours, as long as you want it.
I'm not going anywhere. Not anymore.
They stayed like that, the shop silent except for the soft sound of breathing. Sumaire reached up and touched the side of his face, her fingers brushing the scar.
She's tracing the map again, but now I'm here to read it with her.
Welcome home, Itsuki. For good this time.
For good. I'm home.
The barber shop settled around them like a familiar blanket, the promise fulfilled. The mirror held their reflection, the cracks and wear now a testament to endurance.
I'll polish the mirror tomorrow, but tonight, I just want to remember this.
Every week, I'll sit in that chair, and she'll cut my hair, and we'll talk about nothing and everything.
The shop exhaled. The years of waiting finally repaid in this single quiet hour. A little while later, Itsuki sat in the vintage chair again, the cape folded over the armrest. Sumire was wiping down the counter, the soft cloth moving in slow circles.
Can I come back next week? I'd like to be a regular again.
Your chair will always be here. Every week, as long as you want.
Every week. It sounds like a promise, the kind my father would have kept.
The empty barber chair stood between them, bathed in the soft glow of the overhead lamp.
It's not just a chair, it's a marker. A monument to a boy and his father, and a girl who waited.
I'll make sure the pomade is always stocked. Solid hold, green tin.
My father would have liked that. He always said a man's hair should be reliable.
Outside, the dusk deepened, but inside the barber shop, the light held steady. The old barber pole still turned in the window, its stripes tracing the same patient circle it had for decades. From the street, the shop glowed like a lamp left on for a traveler who'd finally come home.
I used to dream you'd walk back through that door. Now I don't have to dream.
Neither do I. For the first time in years, I'm not wandering.
The chair is finally filled. The shop feels whole.
She's the reason this place survived, and maybe the reason I can finally breathe.
He picked up the folded cape and handed it to her, a small gesture of trust.
I'll keep it ready. For next Wednesday and every Wednesday after.
He stepped out into the cool evening, the bells ring now a comfortable chime. He didn't hesitate this time. He turned and looked back through the window, and Sumire was there, waving. The sign said closed, but the light stayed on, a quiet beacon in the old neighborhood. And somewhere inside, a wooden box sat on a high shelf, its lid closed, a chapter at rest, a promise kept. The barber shop waited not for a return, but for the next Wednesday, and the one after that.